Royal reality, royal reality, this is reality, complete package say, royal reality, yelele ama, yelele 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 ama, ama, yelele ama, yelele 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 ama, ama. Open your eyes and tell me what you see. This is a talent deep inside of you and me. So let it out, it's time to let it show. Come on everybody, take my hand and let us go. Open your eyes and tell me what you see. There is a talent.
It's day 13, and the royalties had an early start as they prepared for their morning workout.
What you said? Brian's ability. I don't come. When you collect your first listen, them for university. First man. I never Sam said, don't they run? Call your papa here today. Don't they run? But you push, but for girls, you know, because you start to see small girl for school, small girl. How old are you? I'm 15. You will pay me 15 years old child. Never finish adults, never enter 18. 15 years. You enter school. What do you know? Nothing. Just finish secondary school. Never won why result never come outside. I'm waiting results. You enter school. Good morning. How far? I didn't see you do stuff. You didn't come out?
I was praying already. What happened? Talk to me. Did you pray? What happened? Esanu.
No, nothing. Okay.
What was it for? What was it for?
No, I really summoned everybody now.
Huh?
Emily.
They don't play against those people where they carry.
No water this morning. No water. That's not.
You get water from inside. Thoroughly.
Guys.
Royal reality, this is reality,
After workout, they headed to the Royal Food Court, wearing colorful Fresh and Famous merchandise, as they had the fresh and famous bread. Amazingly, today is the Fresh and Famous Day, or rather, interesting breakfast.
I'll get bread. See what? Hey, you want to put egg? Please, come on. There's sugar inside it. I didn't take fresh and famous.
Give me now, I need to
What to put inside?
yummy.
Royal reality, this is reality,
The royalties had a very intense rehearsal of a playlet for one of our partners, the Fresh and Famous Bread.
Tomorrow, it's a day for one of our partners. They're going to rehearse a playlet using Fresh and Famous Bread as a theme.
So we sing. That's the last one now. So eventually when the man is going out, maybe probably for a road walk, are you hearing me? No, I asked you, now the bread now. So when he was going out probably for a road walk, he saw that bread outside, a woman selling this bread. So he was like, wow, so I don't have to drive all the way to ShopRite just to get this bread. I can get it anywhere around the world, around the town. And then he was happy, and then
You got the bread from
he got the bread.
Everyone eat it and...
How many minute drama?
This is not even 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
The drama should be
5
within...
minutes. 5 minutes.
We're going to sing.
3 to 4 minutes.
Even the singing is not something that will be too...
It's better you date them, don't marry them.
Hey, leave her, the matter don't
I'm not leaving you.
Don't dating, no marrying. Can we start? Who you know?
It's good to change one
In Jesus' name.
How many people are there?
In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Royal reality, this is reality,
Okay, so last time you had a talk on the positive and negative effects of social media in society for your fans and the audience to watch. So after watching, and of course from the comments that we had, Game Changers came out with 10%. And Alpha, 85%.
Royal reality, Royal reality,
I'm going to win this game today. It's Samson.
Oh, those Zan, and we go win now.
For a year. What do you mean the last time? Sam now.
Oh God, this one where you follow for
Like you won't do it.
Which kind of joke? Calm down. Make why your blood dey hot. You dey see am so.
What for that the gossip?
You tell me come ugly.
If this thing what did happen for you now? I don't think it's his money.
Oh, that job, so
No. Oga dey. We got to go with the job. Who be your mama for here? Who be your mama to lead this game? You don't get me.
Guys, calm down. Basically, wonder fire you.
The grace. This guy a fool.
Wonder fire you.
They talk something, they talk
If they talk of hunger, they say basically.
I mean, you want to see this guy now. I think talk
I bet they play this game, Jerry.
They say basically.
Basically.
Mr. Bomin, I think.
Somebody hero carry bread.
They don't dey sell bread.
Hunger! The people that say I know, say hunger today. And if they say, I say, make a come, go buy this. Fresh and famous bread. This one is different too.
You don't start.
You don't go again with another stuff.
The last time when you carry bread, I chop finish. To shit na wahala. Come on, white chop bread. To shit na wahala. Bread. If it's bread.
Ken. Peter,
What's up?
If this is a normal joke, you have to stop it.
Guys, they make me laugh. I want to now. I don't tell myself, wait, cool down. I don't say, I feel like this is different from other ones.
Oh, yeah, big and
This is fresh and famous, but this special.
I know I'm going to fresh.
Hey, wait now. Wait now. Cool down, this now. Just shop around. I will know what's at the top. I be hungry now.
I get me go.
I don't care.
No get sugar. He makes bread.
I don't fight. How is talking now? What's that?
Let's stop bread. Why you pursue this bread, bro?
Oh boy, if I tell you where I go, no this small thing, as I don't see her, and I test her there. Now French and famous, the bread makes sense.
This bread, since I know you, and now you do better things.
This bread get value. You get value, man. No one thing,
Mama, big bread now. What's the sauce? Big bread now.
What do you want to bread?
Just bread now.
Calm down. I'm not seeing my people. As I dey happy like this, now French and famous make me happy. French and famous, I don't keep that sick. Look, I look back and I see my people as my ginger. No be small thing. The thing don't make them happy. They happy, they join the gate. French and famous, better make they inside though. Better salt will make sense they inside. Water will clean and everything they use do one. As they hot, vegetable fat, everything they take, package and wear. As the thing, I make the thing they sweet, they go well. The hustle no small thing. As I listen now, French and famous or more. Oh boy, you know small thing. If you use that shop book and oats, if you use that shop many things, you use that shop akara. If you use that drink pipe, if you use that drink tea as the hot, if you use that sardine as the hot, no be small thing. As French and famous they like this, if you shop like that, drink water. If you drink water, belle go full as well. I beg, we can all rot. If you want time, I will cook about them now. We are going to go jam, meet some. I beg Pukuma, run, like say, you got a lot of look. Run, go jam, plot 58, Karu, plot, you know they see him. Plot 58, Karu. You say, I say, you know, here and where, you see one go jam and where you there. Just rush, go meet plot 58. Karu Depot, Abuja, now where you dey? I beg, make una rush on. I beg, as they happen so, I don't want to come. Make I go Kukuma rush man meet my people. Go take my own. Make I use that many food. Let's my control they go and see the hug. I beg go, rush, go jam your own. Rush, go grab your own. Now fresh and famous, now where we dey? I see the hug. Come on, with them.
Royal reality, this is reality,
Only please come and have your breakfast.
Why is this bread tasting like something that's spoiled?
But we just got it yesterday from the supermarket.
Yes, I know, but then it tastes unusual.
Oh my God, so bad.
Again, I need to run. Okay.
I'm so sorry, baby.
It's
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. I'll talk to you when I come back.
All right, baby.
Okay.
Nice day. Thank you. Ah, no, wow. Bread that I just got yesterday. No. The bread is bad. The bread. Let me even rest and wait for this man to come back today. Jesus, honey, are you okay?
I'm not sure.
So you came back from work on time like this. Please sit down. What's wrong with you?
I've been having stomach upset since I had breakfast.
Oh my God. Easy. How bad is it?
I've not been able to pass through.
Can we use the hospital? Is that bad?
Please.
Sorry. snow.
Madam, sorry. Madam,
My
just
legs.
sit down. Sorry,
Easy
sorry,
now,
sorry,
easy.
sorry. Take it easy. Madam, they pepper you.
Liver.
Oga, typhoid.
Madam, I dey come, I dey
Go
toilet.
sit down. Madam, sorry.
Nurse! I beg.
Calm down, the baby goes to come out. Doctor is actually attending to a patient. Just wait, let me just go to the house and pick up something. I need to go and pick up something.
Next person.
Yes, just
Next person.
Just wait here. Let me go to the house.
She's not seen her.
Let me go to the house.
It's not fine. Come to see the doctor right now.
Oh, definitely. This way.
This is useless nurse. I think they go to and they try to push another person to go see doctor.
Madam, calm down. You're picking this your back.
My husband came back this morning reporting of stomach pain.
Okay.
And the last thing he had was a bread and a coffee this morning before leaving for work and came back complaining of stomach pain. I'm sorry.
Okay. Aside the bread, did you take any other thing today? Maybe having some anything. Until today, I haven't even been able to pass through. Okay. You don't be able to go to the toilet. Oh wow, that's serious. Okay. From what I observe, I think you're having constipation. Alright? So not to worry. I think it's as a result of the bread you took this morning. Okay. So what will happen is I'm going to prescribe the drug for you.
Okay.
And then you give it to the nurse on your way out to give you the drug.
Alright, thank you.
But meanwhile, anytime you want to get a bread, make sure you get a bread that is bromate free and saccharin free. I think it will help, right?
I'll look out for that.
Smile, it's nothing serious, right?
Because is it the reason why my stomach?
Yeah.
How that? What's up? Give me that.
How you doing?
Zip
Mom, what's up? How you doing?
My love.
Give me that.
I miss you too, baby.
Oh, what am I doing? Dad, what's up? What's wrong with you? How you doing?
Daddy had breakfast yesterday and the bread is too. Since then, it's not been able to go to them.
I've told you people should stop taking all this bread. Listen, that's this bread I eat. Like, I don't do without it. It's just the bread in my branch, you understand?
Okay.
Should I? It's called F&F.
What's that?
F&F.
F&F
Fresh and
bread.
famous.
Wow.
Trust me, Mom, you're gonna like it.
Wow.
Does
You
it
will not-
contain what did the doctor say?
Is it
saccharin-free and-
bromate free and saccharin free?
Trust me, Mom, believe me, it's just nice. Bromate free, saccharin free. Trust me, you will like
I mean, I
it.
think we should try that bread, right?
Fine.
The bread it's rich, it's long lasting,
Okay.
it's affordable.
Okay.
Come on, Mom, you're gonna like it.
Baby, please don't say much. Just go get the bread for your daddy. Take
Okay.
money from the room.
I'll be right back.
All
There.
right.
Give me that.
See you.
I'll be right back.
Okay, baby.
Please, I need to.
Yes, doctor.
Mama, I'm
Customer.
How you doing
Don't
now?
come.
I don't come.
You don't say my table empty.
Ah,
Oh
madam,
boy,
so that-
this bread na the talk of town. If you know what happen, my customer can't change the name from F&F, say na friends for family. My so everybody, no be for only small pikin, no be for big person. Everybody dey share from this bread. This fresh brother keep.
See, I'm not too much, so now see.
You
I
go
feel
see
like
that
it's very, very, very cheap. 350. People are anywhere for see.
na the most important thing o. The thing full everywhere for market.
Madam, no worry.
Thank
In
you
case
very
you need
much.
more, just call me. I will supply.
No, I beg you give me. No forget to bring my bread.
Ayana, no worry, no
Abeg.
worry.
He has done for me, oh. He has done for me, oh. Fresh and famous done for me, oh. He has done for me. Good morning, sir.
How are you now?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Is this fresh F&F?
This is F&F, fresh and famous bread. Have you heard about fresh and famous bread?
Yes, my
It is saccharin free and bromate free. It is cheap. It has rich milk. It has enough sugar that will keep you alive, not there, not to make you die. This bread you see here is very affordable. It is everywhere in the market. You don't have to travel to big store just to get this bread. Even in your neighborhood, in Yakpa, very affordable. Who don't like fresh and famous? Even the big chopper, even the poor chopper, even the people don't get at all they eat that. And it satisfy them. Brother, you don't hear about fresh and famous.
Please give me 4 of them.
4 of them. He has done for me, oh.
F and F. Fresh and famous. That's the bread. That's the best. So tasty. So love. If you taste. You will love. F and F. F and F. F and F. F and F.
Royal reality,
Good evening, Royal Housemates. How are you all doing today? I can see everyone is looking very casual. No one was in the mood of dressing up today.
Yeah.
It's alright. Sit down. Duchess, how are you doing? Your dress looks nice. Can you please give us a rundown of the day's activities at the Royal House today?
Good evening once more, my royal housemate, my late good evening. Okay, this rundown of today's reports. We started today actually a very good one because we had a general morning prayer, all the housemates, and after then we had aerobic, which though I wasn't present because of some health issues, and I'm sorry about that. Then after the aerobic, we had to freshen up before breakfast, which we all wore the F&F t-shirts for, and it's actually a very good one. After the breakfast, we had some housemaid girls do laundry while others had time to rehearse for their short drama and all of that. While this was going on, some housemates were summoned to the royal court for some reasons, and thereafter we were called for lunch, and it was actually a good one. In fact, most housemates smiled out of the dining room because of what was served. And thereafter, a few hours later, we were called upon to report to the Royal House to present our short play on F&F bread, which we did, and the two groups actually did wonderfully well. But then the result of the last play was actually announced about the effect of positive and negative effect of social media, negative and positive effect of social media to the society, with the alpha actually had the 85%, while the game changer 10%, and that means the alpha actually got it. However, we also asked to go for dinner, which was actually a surprise because it was so quick. We weren't expecting it that early, but we still went, and I think a lot of us loved it, and we smiled out with some, good thing to bring it down, like the smoothie and all that. It was actually a good one. Thereafter, we asked to prepare for the Royal Court, and here we are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lydia. I want to ask, is there anyone here that is a risk taker? Is there any risk taker in the house? Yes. Everybody is saying yes. If I tell you to come to the podium now, the whole place will be quiet. So, has anyone taken any risk so far in life? Any risks that you can remember? Yeah. You can remember? Okay. Who can define risk for us? I'll need someone to define risk. You can put it in your own words. It doesn't have to be the dictionary definition.
In my own word, I would say risk is the biggest bold step a person can take in order to achieve something.
All right. Thank you very much.
In my own words, I would say risk is actually an action taken, irrespective of the consequence, whether it's positive or not. Thank you.
Now, let me just give us a dictionary definition because we are going to build up from there. A risk can be defined as the possibility of a chance of danger, loss, or injury. So it's basically doing something that could potentially lead to danger, and then you still go ahead to do it. What rational thinking human being actually does stuff like that? So, is there anyone here that is a risk taker? If you are, come and tell us why. If you're not, you tell us why not. Because trust me, not everyone is a risk taker. Some people just love playing safe in every single thing they do in life. They are always playing safe. But if you're a risk taker, just come and tell us why you are.
Why I said I'm a risk taker is that I like doing things that I'm scared of doing. Like something that my mind will be telling me this thing might not work, but I'll still go ahead and do it and see what comes out of it. Thank you.
The little money I have, I can actually make way for it to work for me instead. I don't do the Ponzi scheme. I don't do things like MMM, Ultimate Circle, any of those things. But I'm someone who actually look at the business, see potential. If it's something I can put my money and probably at the end of the month I get returns, perfect. Presently I'm into 102 as well, where I have my money. I don't need to work. But people heard about it initially and they'll be like, I'm saying this is Nigeria, your money will go, things like that. But for the past 6 months or so, with my other hustle, I get paid from that same investment on a monthly basis. And I'm as well looking for things like that. Businesses that are actually thriving, that probably needs people's money. Instead of it remaining in the bank, you get a certain percentage from their earnings monthly. So with that alone, I think I'm a risk taker because I can actually let my idle cash work for me. Thank you.
Adding to what you said, it's just like you ordering things online, like you're trying to start up a business with some people, group of companies that you don't know, you have not met them before. You are supposed to send some money, and you can only do that if you're a risk taker. You are doing it because, you're not doing it because you know maybe it might work. It's two places, it might work, it might not work. But because you are a risk taker, you will just do it and see the outcome. Thank you.
I think I took my own risks 3 years ago when 4 years ago, when I newly got my admission to the National Open University. As a young lady who need to see herself through school, I need to work. Because it was a part-time, but I need to focus more on my education. I was working, I was going to school. And same time, that time, I decided to go and learn how to sew. So that period, everybody was like, this is impossible. You can't be working, you go to school, and you are learning how to sew. So every morning I woke up, I go to my sewing shop to learn how to sew. I close 2, I go to work, and some days when I have exams to write or lectures to catch up with on Saturday, I am up everywhere for 1 year plus. And throughout that period, I never felt sick. Until the day I graduated from the tailoring school, I got to realize that I've taken one of the bold steps in life by achieving 3 things with 1 stone. And I think I'm a strong woman, and I took that bold risk, and I succeeded. Thank you.
I would say that I'm a risk taker. Most of the people out there know who I am. Sometimes the word impossibility is not found in my dictionary. I try to do the extraordinary, not minding the resultant effect. Well, I would say that the first risk I took some time ago was leaving Asaba around after 10, driving back to Abia State without lights. It wasn't easy. It was very, very challenging. But by God's grace, I had to monitor the road and all that, though I nearly hit a car that night. But all thanks to God, I arrived at Abia State safe and sound. Then the next week I took was last year. I happened to quit my job because of the love I have for my acting career. I worked with Liberation Natural Medicine for about 1 year plus, getting to 2 years. I had some savings. Now I wanted to quit the job. I wrote to the management. I dropped a resignation letter that I was about to quitting the job, which they asked me not to. But because of this love I still have for this movie making, I had to quit. Then I invested 1,285,000 naira in an online business, hoping that everything would work out fine. But to my greatest surprise, my money got down the drain. That was July last year. I felt like dying. Some of my friends knew what I was passing through then. I had to start afresh again. I had to pick up my paces because though the money I was chasing was really much, but it couldn't work out the way I planned it. There are some other risks I've taken in life, and some went out well, some turned out positively, while some turn out to be positive. So that is just it. Thank you so much.
I, for one, take risk. And on several occasions, it has its own repercussions. I see risk as a two-way thing, the positive and the negative sides of it. And so I always prepare my mind for the worst. And in that event, I don't get shocked when it comes to me. Now, the two significant risks I've taken in life that I will never forget are the experiences I want to share with us. The first was in, I think, around 400 level. I was just about writing my exams before the application. I made an application. I was about traveling to Cyprus at the time, so I came to the embassy for an interview. So that period, I had to forfeit my exams just for that interview. I came for the interview and forfeited my exams. The truth about it is, I didn't make it to travel to Cyprus. I forfeited my exams, and that cost me an extra year in school. And that period, I wrote the exams afterwards, and I had to spill over for the second time again. So that was the risk I took that cost me that, because I had already given up. I said I was going completely.
As a business person, you are a risk taker. For me, I've been doing business since when I was little. In fact, part of the business I do is to give out soft loan. Yes, I give soft loan to people and get profit in return. Some I know, some I don't know. Some persons will tell you, okay, I'll pay you just so month, and that period you will not get your money. But that cannot stop me from doing more business, because it's what it has to happen. You have to keep on doing business, to grow. So because of some persons swindle you of your money, doesn't mean that you should stop taking risk. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Well, I'm a very strong risk taker. I believe in the get rich or die trying factor. The first time I took a risk was a very serious one. It was 2017. There was this Ponzi scheme, and my friend told me about it, and he said, anything you put in a week, you get double of it. I was not having any money with me, but I was just positive that if I put my money, it will come out. So I called my girlfriend. She works in a school, and she's in charge of their accounts. Money is always with her. So I asked her, I said, do you have any money in your possession? She said, yes. I said, how much? She said, close to 600,000. I said, okay, can you help me with 200,000? I'll give you back next week. She was curious, like, what do you need 200,000 for? I said, don't worry. I possibly said, I'll give you with profit. She was scared, but she sent the money. So I invested it. And as a Catholic, I had one faith: pray always. Something good will definitely happen. In as much as I was scared, I was praying. So I had to involve some other friends. So if I must go down, let me just see how we'll be able to console ourselves. So I called two of my friends. I told them about it. One invested 100,000, the other 50,000. But thank God, 7 days later, we went to the office with our receipts. I was given 380,000. My friend collected 90, the other one 40. Now the crazy thing is, as they paid us, they now told us that they might still do another promo, which means it's going to last for another 7 days, and anything you put, you are still going to get double of it. Being the kind of person I am, I wasn't scared though. Seriously speaking, I wasn't scared. I was just wondering how you would just keep doubling money for me in 7 days. But I said, okay, it sounds good. I said, so if I put this 380 now, I'm getting times 2 of it. They say yes. I said, okay.
we need to go and relax now after taking such risk. I invested 350. We were drinking, the beer was not going down well. I was just asking myself, what have you done? What if this money does not come back? You are supposed to return 200 back. So I called my girlfriend, I told her, see, something went wrong, you can't get the money now till next week. She said, if the month ends, you're supposed to give account. I said, no, before month end. As God will have it, 7 days time, we went. And I collected my money. Everybody collected their money. Now, where they finished us, because it's a game. They keep giving you attractive offers. If you are smart enough, get what you've gotten and run. But if you are a strong risk taker, you will never give up until that Ponzi scheme crashes. And that's the kind of person I am. So they now told us that if you put 100,000, in 3 months, they will give you 1 million naira. And that 1 million naira, we are going to get the check by the wife of the governor of the state I was then. That was the magic. I said, for them to involve the wife of the governor, this is real. I told my friends, I said, me, I will invest. They were scared. So where I did something crazy was, I didn't tell them I was going to invest more than one account. I just told them I would do 100,000. But they didn't know till today that I invested 3 accounts. And it was my brother that gave me the advice, because he's also a risk taker. I said, just put 50,000, play 3 odd. I said, what if this thing crashes? He said, don't worry. I said, no, I will not play this thing myself, because I was scared. I know how to forecast the game very well, for real. But when you want to just take that mad risk, that's when you believe that any club can beat Barcelona, as good as they are. He just told me, okay, I'll send the game to you. He said, play Barcelona 1x, Madrid straight win, I think, and Chelsea straight win. That day, 90 minutes, Barcelona lost. I didn't check it though. He just called me, he was laughing. Why you didn't laugh? I say, oh my, don't call too. I said, and that was how I lost that game. So since then, I told myself I was going to take a break. Maybe when I've made serious money, I'll come back to taking risks. Thank you.
When I relocated to Onitsha, there was this bike man. I don't know any place. I don't know that. The place I'm supposed to enter the bus that's going to Okozu is very close to me. I don't know any place now. I say, Oga, please come. Please, I'm going to Okozu. Take me to a place I'll enter bus. I'll take me there. I said, you foul. It's very far. I don't know that place I'm looking at. That place, the bus there. I said, okay, how much? He said, 10,000. I said, is it that far? I said, you don't know, Onitsha is very big and wide. It was late in the night. I said, wow, what am I going to do here? It was only me. I said, my God, I don't have any other choice than to give him the money. Bring out 10,000 naira, I can't tell you, and I gave it to the bike man. I'm not saying at December they do for him. So I entered the bike. The bike man just turned around, drop me there. I said, They said that the place is very far now. No, say, it's like, say, you just come new for this area, but this is what I do, make your eye open small. Yeah? I said, okay, it don't make sense now. You know where that money will get here reach. He said, that one I talk, as they be now, I don't enter my own way. You find your own way, this area I talk for. I don't know how it shall be that time. So as he carry me go, become be say, now only 3 people there inside that bus. remaining like 6 or 7 people, our passengers, to complete the seat. So I waited. Around 1:30, people don't complete. The bus zoom off. Getting to Okoso Civic Center, everywhere was quiet, dark. There was no light. Then the bus now dropped me. I stepped out of the bus. I was standing close to one woman restaurant, waiting for the guy, not knowing that the guy was not even in that location. He now sent one guy, Melody, to come and pick me. Though I called, he now called the guy, Melody. Melody now came and picked me. Now I say, Mama, I called, I say, this one money don't go. Maybe money no, they don't stitch up my money for this one. Why I come? After the audition in the morning, they said, Peter, you act very well. You are good. You are talented. This guy. You too much. I don't know that where they do like that and money they won't collect. I say, okay. If you want to participate in this movie, you know, for us to give you a role, you have to pay 30,000 naira, 15,000 naira for registration. You have to register under us. That 15,000 naira, the remaining 50,000 naira now will be like, you know, for the welfare, other things are involved. I said, shoot. And that's 30,000 naira. My only money will remain for my pocket. Because I have passion for it. I look up, I look down. I was confused. I didn't know what to do. I moved with my feet, worried. My mind was not rest. I was not relaxed at that moment. I was just kind of thinking, what am I going to do? Because of the passion, I have to give them that money. I brought out that 30,000 naira and gave to the guy. I said, "Guy, bro, if you don't have 5K, give me. So that the waiting I come here, no get here, make I work out, they go my house." He said, "I'm not like that. Argument is an argument. I have to give me the 30,000 naira." I said, "Okay." And I brought out the 30,000 naira and gave to the guy. Now, risk, that's why I say risk, passion, believe. It will make you believe in yourself. You have passion for something to make you take a very big risk, a drastic decision that will make you do things that you didn't plan to do. But all thanks to Laura, I've been a child. Again, I've been in a continuity TCP. She was very close to me during the audition and the filming stuff. But what shocked me that after spending the whole morning, they will give you a script to read. After reading, they say, "Oh yeah, action. Camera is not on." Guy, you do a good act. You're a good actor. Another person enter. If one day close to behind the camera and there is a big come out. We don't know that the camera is off, so battery is there. Understand? So, because I was left with nothing, I didn't have any money with me. Dang, my heart, there was this heartbeat. I started thinking, you know, what have I gotten myself into? So I started begging for money, transport money. I started begging. Me, when they manage my papa business, when they day well, I can't cry for money for road. No easy. So, but thanks to Laura. Okay, sorry, Princess Adora. That was her name. Abino. Princess Adora. She was the one that gave me money. She gave me 7,000 naira to go back. I didn't know what to tell her. I was like, after she gave me that money, I was like, there was this amorous law
towards her because there was no more. I didn't have any hope again. I didn't have any hope. I feel like crying. Eh? If you try to talk to this guy, if you are saying up, this guy will be talking down. If you are moving forward, the guy will be going back. So I was confused. I said, what am I going to do now? But all thanks to Princess Adora. I gave me money that day to travel back home. It wasn't easy.
Man, my heart had been beating while I was sitting there. Because whenever I want to share this experience, the thing that always pain me, sha. But my school days, I used to be very, very active. I like to dance, I like to be creative in dramas and the rest. I was the KBC in my school, like a very social person. And I like events. I used to hold events in school. So I said to myself, I said, when you're done with school, you're going to have to come back to this same school and do something bigger. So I was done with school. After school, I went there. I was like, I want to do an event. They said, have you served? I said, no. They said, go for your NYC and come back. After NYC, I still tendered the proposal. And my VC saw me and he knows me very well. And I was like, are you still alive? I said, yes, I'm alive. He said, okay, that's good. What are you doing here? I know you're done. I said, yes, I came for an event. So I gave him the proposal. He saw it and he liked it. And he had to sign it. That was April 2018. So I was based in Lagos, schooled in Enugu. I was traveling all the way to Enugu, Lagos, preparing for the event. After approving it, I had to contact some artists, one of the lead Danfo drivers. I was wanting to bring them to school, and as well other young artists. I even contacted Rema then. Rema never even blew, they never even signed up. So along the line, I was working towards this thing, looking at the success, calculating how much tickets and everything, VIP, regular, Baba done 7 million, I say I don't blow. I was just doing all of this stuff. Then I printed banners, printed ticket, the design, everything cost money. 2 weeks to my event. You know, schools now, if you are not wanting to bring in some people into your event, you just want to crash it for you. There was this rat that was in school that was close to the VC. I was at the reception wanting to see the VC. And the guy just came and saw the flyer. I was like, nice one, December 15. Hey, you go where nobody, I go every follow VC talk. And the guy went inside. And the next thing I saw was the secretary told me, the VC does not want to see you anymore. I say, which kind of wahala with this? Come next week. I came next week. The VC say, come next 2 weeks. I say, God. Then he just gave me a letter that has been terminated. I say, how? What's the person not approved since about 7 months ago? Then he said I should go and look for another venue to do the event. I don't do banner, I don't do ticket, everything. I was under pressure. According to what Izzy said, if you have that drive and the passion, you just keep on moving. I had to go to the ShopRite in Enugu to rent the hall. The hall was 650,000 for 7 hours. Give them 300,000. Contacted my graphic designer to do another design. Had to talk to Danfo drivers. I won't be bringing them anymore. Had to cut down costs, hotel bills, and the rest. I did that. Then at the end of the day, about 2 days to my event, I was hearing rumors that week to my event, saying an artist is coming to school, an artist is coming to school. Not knowing what I wanted to do. That same rat was cooking with the president and the rest. They should do that event in school. Then 2 days to my own event outside of school now, because I was wanting to take out the student from school to my event, to town. Then 2 days to my event, they brought Peruzzi to school. As I see, I had to run to school. When they said, well, Peruzzi don't show, they gave him about 1.1 million, 1.5 million to come to school. I went backstage, I see Peruzzi like this, Baba don't come on shirt. He blame my tear and slap. Up to date, if I see Peruzzi on TV, I defend for him. But it's not his fault too. But if I don't see, I don't hate him. Because I felt he was the one that, but it's not his fault. It was that same rat in school. So I did my show. It didn't really turn out well because the crowd wasn't that much. People had to come from Lagos and the rest. Even my dad came. the comedians and the rest. More if you see my hall, you be like in a Russia idea. Very cool. This AC, they were everywhere. Still and still, the show held. And after the show, I wanted to run mad because the bills were just too much. Bouncer the way for me outside. Decorator the way for me. Different people just the way for me, but with my balance. I felt like vanishing. I was just saying one thing in my mind, God, just help me close my eye, make I just sleep. Because I never sleep. I did not even bathe. I just had to change backstage, just coordinating things. But things went sideways. I was crying. My team were telling me, no, Baba, no do this thing, no. After the show, I was in debt of, I spent a total of 2.1 million. I was in debt of 650,000. The hall said, they told me that, they said, you never complete your payment, you didn't go anywhere. I was begging and begging. After I left, I said I was not living in Enugu. They said, if you don't live in Enugu, they will kidnap you, they will kill you, because you are holding too much bill. I had to go to Lagos. They gave me about 5 drip, 12 injection. What was the sickness all about? I don't just know. But my brain I don't scatter. So I beat my chest and I said, people were calling me, all those ushers, the rest. I was not picking any call anymore. I just text, when I have your money, I'll pick your call. That's what I gave everybody. So I had to beat my chest and I said, Baba, you have to work. You can't be on this bed, money no will come to you. And I made a promise to myself. I said, I have failed, but impossibility is nothing. Anything you set your mind to, you can conquer. I made a vow. I said, you're going to Enugu. That was December, yeah? So then we entered into 2019. I made a vow. I said, you're going to Enugu with your car, a brand new car, and nothing will stop you. So you have to stand up and walk. I stood up, started walking, doing business. Money came. First of all, I cleared my bill. Went to a store. I bought my own dream car. White Toyota Spider Sport. I bought it for myself. Customized my plate number. Straight to Enugu. And when I landed in Enugu, the guy see me like this. I just flashed my lights. I was so happy. I was so bold.
Hey, thank you, sir. FCMB. Running out.
But impossibility is nothing. So I conquer. Thank you.
Thank you. We've all shared really interesting stories today. But there's something I would like us to note. When taking risks, please take reasonable risks. I know people say, there's a risk taker, which is reasonable risk. I mean, don't try to invest in a Ponzi scheme. I'm one of the victims of MMM. I lost like 300-something thousand in MMM that year. It was so painful because that year, I was in final year just before, I graduated just before MMM and stuff, so it was like all the savings I had from uni. Like, I had a bulk of savings. I'm like, this money, you can do this, you can do this. One kobo, I did not see. Like a week to when it was my turn to bring out the money, how was I married today? When they said the site was not working again. I just had to laugh at myself and, I wasn't going to kill myself. So please, you can take risks, but take reasonable ones. Don't invest in something that you know is not good. It's not genuine, but you just want to do try and error. That's not the kind of risk we are talking about today. And why it's good to take risks is because it eliminates the question of what if. What if I took that trip? What if I just started that business? What if I learned that trade? What if I made that investment? You would never get the answers if you actually never try. So take that risk today and see what comes out of it. Because even if you fail, you know that you'd have definitely gotten some knowledge that would even help you achieve more success in the future. Definitely. Remember that no knowledge is wasted. You might not need it today. Just like our guest told us the other day, he has I think a box of ideas, and then at some point he just picks which one is needed at that particular time. It might not seem reasonable right now, but like in the next 2 years, that idea could actually mean something. So take that risk today. It might just be what will make you blow. It might just be your first $1 million knocking on the door. Okay, Royal Housemates, it's been an interesting session today. The courts will reconvene.
Careful, please.
Royal
The royalties were all summoned to the royal court to address a rather pressing matter: defaulting royals. It was a gripping encounter, as the royal enforcer, with the consent of the court, sentenced defaulters to 2 days house arrest with punishment attached.
Royal reality, royal reality, this is reality. Complete package say